We decided to do this training after we got a request from the Rwandan government, specifically the Supreme Court, to train judges on international human rights law to make sure that they can apply international human rights law in Rwandan courts. And we were very, very happy to provide support for this, because this is part of our mandate as the United Nations in this country. So we are going to be carrying out these trainings for the lower court judges throughout the country. And today is the first of this series of trainings that is going to take us around the country, and that is going to enable us to train over 400 judges in Rwanda on international human rights law. Well, it's critical to train judges on human rights because judges and the judiciaries in general occupy a very unique place in the arrangement of power in any country. When you have a very, very well equipped judiciary, then you have the likelihood of getting a good system of government, because, as you know, it's important to separate the three powers of government: the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. So we're trying to make sure that the judiciary can be well trained in this work. We also want to do this because training of the judiciary is part of our work under the Universal Periodic Review. When the Rwandan government subjected itself to this process, there was a requirement that the justice system needs to be strengthened, and Rwanda accepted that, and they wanted us to help in strengthening this judicial system. So we are very happy to be doing this, because it's a need that has been identified by the Rwandan government. It's a need that we can cover because we have the expertise in this. The United Nations has different roles in Rwanda in terms of human rights. We have the mandate to ensure that human rights are mainstreamed throughout the government. We have technical cooperation projects with different parts of the Rwandan society. The first interlocutor that we have is obviously the government. We are training government institutions and making sure that they comply with their obligations under international human rights law. But we're also working with the National Human Rights Commission for Human Rights, which is mainly the institution charged with protecting and promoting human rights in Rwanda. We're also working with the civil society, trying to make sure that they can assist the government in implementing its obligations under international human rights.